What's going on, guys? In today's video I'm going to show you a little bit different stuff than what you've normally used to seeing on my channel. Today I'm going to be actually talking to resellers, shop owners here in Australia and Melbourne, and kind of understanding where their hardships are, where their come-ups are, and how it's different, right? And I'm excited to talk to some of these guys about their growth and all the changes that I've seen in their businesses over the years, as this is now my third time here in Melbourne checking out the sneaker scene. So give me about 15-20 minutes of your time and let's sit back and listen. Okay, so I'm here with my boy Steve, and you have a few stores, Kicks, right?
Yes.
Kicks 2W. And I get excited every time I come out here because I get to see his growth, right? Like, one of the things that I've noticed, I've been coming here, this is now my third?
Yeah, the first trip.
My third trip. So in 3 years, I've watched you go you had 4 stores, right?
This was actually the third one.
The third store. So when I first started coming to his shop, and while we're talking, I'm going to be panning in and out of us talking and kind of showing old video clips and pictures of his shops and his progression. But I got to applaud you, man. Over 3 years, I've watched you grow this business from a store where you barely had any room, you weren't open 5 days a week.
No, we started with like 2 days a week, and then we moved to like 3, 4, 5, and then finally opened 7 days, but not fully business hours, only a few hours a day.
Right. And so I just kind of wanted to ask you, more so questions about, like, as a business owner, as a reseller, what some of your hardships have been throughout this process, right? Because a lot of people ask me, Jake, where's your struggle? Where's the hardships? How are you able to overcome? So talk to me a little bit about the business, what you do, and where you've been able to succeed and where you see the potential for growth.
Yeah, we honestly feel a pleasure to have Jesse watching the growth of us from back in 2017, it's the first year that we came down here. Back then we only had a warehouse, it was out of nowhere, it's not in a shopping mall, not a shopping street. We used the downstairs as storage and upstairs as a showroom. The hardest part, I would say, is in the mind, as I speak to you all the time. In the beginning, we had no funds, we had nothing. I started with 10 pairs of shoes back in 2014. And I met my business partner. Then we started buying collections and everything, going through everything.
Yeah, 2014, you start with a couple pairs, and now you've grown it into a business. And you told me yesterday some of the numbers that you're generating, and like, bravo, man! It's great. It's amazing to see, right?
I know, bro. We never imagined we can be like today, like within 3 years of work. It's actually a bit more than 3 years because we actually started in 2014 without being a store, and I was full-time studying uni. I was not born in Australia. I came here just for study, and then I was running a business on the side, and then I turned this hobby into the business, fully into the business in 2016, I would say.
Right.
I finished my study in 2016 and had my first store in 2017. And that's the first time that I met you.
Yeah. Well, and I think what I appreciate is that you found creative ways to make your brand relevant. You found creative ways to push product, right? You were telling me about how you dabbled a little bit in mystery boxes, and you teamed up with Harrison to do that, and you generated 6-figure revenue in a week.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of guys in the States that can't say that with stores, and you're doing that in a market that's a lot harder to stand out because Australia in general is not being allocated the same amount of product that
not at all.
the States. So, every time I walk into your store, you always have a shoe or 2 or 10 that I don't expect to see, and right now you have Encores in there, you have Off-Whites that haven't released yet. You have a bunch of the Ventura Off-White stuff that I see. You got the camera guy wearing Travis Scott 6s. It's like the consistency is really dope. And what do you think has been the hardest part growing the brand?
So in the beginning, we were really struggling with money.
Okay.
We don't have enough money. That's why we can't really open a store in the best location. We spent most of the money in our inventory. we want to make sure we do have in the store. We always have the stuff in the store is what the customer wants.
Right.
But then, as a consignment store in Australia, you won't expect as much consignments as what you receive in the States because no one here will have them.
Right.
And we will have to buy the inventory. So most of the money was spent out there. Then we ended up having no money for a good spot for a shopfront in the CBD area in Melbourne.
Right.
We went through this by just generating more and more revenue. So the first year we had, I remember in the beginning, we struggled to have $20,000 a week as a revenue. That's the time you came to visit us. But man, we have shoes worth $5,000, $10,000 in the store, but we probably move a pair every 3 months, right? And then until a stage, maybe half a year later or whatsoever, we had our second store in the CBD area. It was only a 35 square meter shop. So can only fit in max 10 people in the shop. And when we moved there, the revenue doubled.
So 35 meters is about 250 square feet. It's funny you mentioned like, hey, we were only generating this much revenue. I remember when we opened, I remember telling my guys, like, guys, if we sell 5 shoes a day, we'll be okay. And now it's become what it's.
But Jay, for us is, we have no goals when we first started.
Yeah. You just want to keep the lights on.
We don't know anything because the location of the shop, it's not
totally
in a shopping
different,
mall.
yeah.
It's in a factory area. People would only come to the store when they see the Instagram or when they see the advertising online.
You know what? Yesterday when we were having lunch, one of the things that we were talking about is like wages, right? How different wages are. So our Vegas store, obviously the wages in Nevada are a little bit different than New York. In New York, we're paying a premium, but here you really are. So for those that might not know, like the hourly wages here in Australia are totally different than in the States. So you had mentioned to me that if you work Monday through Friday, it's one hourly rate. If you have to work on a Saturday, there's an additional increase.
Saturday there's a 25%
spike.
On top of what
and then
you pay.
If you work on a Sunday, it's
75%.
Even more. And then if you work on a
holiday, that's 2.5 times.
And what you're paying, your hours, like the hourly here is much stronger than it is in the States.
I would say
it scared me.
It was one of the highest in the world, I would say. So we're looking at.
And how many employees do you have?
Currently we have 9.
You have 9 employees, and wow.
So we were looking at Monday to Friday, $27 an hour.
$27 an hour is about
22 US.
It's about $22 US an hour. Yeah.
And then we're doing $30 an hour for Saturday,
which is about $27 an hour US.
And $40 an hour for Sunday,
which is about $35 an hour.
You don't want to hear the number of public holiday. It's over $55 an hour,
which is about $47 or $48 US. So. Can you imagine $48 an hour for employees and the amount of shoes you have to sell, and your consignment rate is 17%, right?
Including the tax.
And the reason why he's at 17% is because here in the prices of the shoes when they're sold, there's tax included. So to compensate the extra that he has to cover for taxes, it winds up being about 15 or 17% that he's paying. So you're not really making much money from the consignment. So finding those creative ways to make $1 to keep the lights on and employ 9 people that are on average working 30 to 50 hours a week, man.
On top of the wages we're paying 10% superannuation on top as well. But I always believe that you pay for the people that worth the money.
Yeah.
So
you have a great staff.
They're doing the work, they're worth the money.
And you have a lot of guys that have been there the entire ride with you.
Yes.
Which that speaks a lot about, like, it speaks volumes about you, your beliefs in the brand, and how people have bought into your brand, right? It means you're a great manager. If you could keep people motivated and happy to be a part. I mean, obviously you're providing a very different environment than normal retail, and it's a fun environment that brings in all walks of life, but people forget the hardships, right? And how much, like, think about that. So if you have 9 employees working on average, they're making $30 an hour. On average, they're working about 6 hours a day, right? 9 times 6 is what? 45, 5,400. So you have to generate about 5,400. You have to generate about 5,400. No, 540, right? No, I'm really bad with math. I don't have a calculator. Somebody help me out.
So each week, the wages you're looking at about $5,000.
So you're paying $5,000 a month.
That's not including my wages or my business partner's wages.
And your wages got to be pretty good because you're in Louis Vuitton and you got nice shoes and you got good glasses. You know, a lot of people see what we do. We make it look really easy. They see only the positive. They see the post with the cool shoes, or you're traveling here or there, or that you're opening another store. But what you don't see is the 90 to 100 hours a week that he's working. What you don't see is that he doesn't take the time off. All the sorries he has to tell friends and family. But it's a privilege. It's a privilege, and it's something that, like, you wear as a badge of honor, all the hours that you work, because you're providing a different way of life for your family, for your friends, for those that have bought into your brand. It's really cool, man, and I hope that you guys give him a follow. Check out his Instagram, pass by his store. I buy a lot of shoes from him. I've bought a lot of shoes from him in the past. I get a lot of early stuff from him. He's a big resource in the community, and he's doing it all the way on the other side of the world for me. And I just applaud you, man, and I can't wait to come back the next time I'm out here and see how much bigger it is and stuff. So thank you for giving me a little bit of time on this busy day when you're setting up, man. It means a lot, bro. Thank you. Give them your Instagram.
It's KickSTW. KickSTW.
Cool. So how many pairs did you buy here?
7 here, but still trying to negotiate down another maybe 3-4 pairs in the deal.
Nice. How's it going, guys?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
Welcome to Melbourne.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you, man. Honored to be
Welcome
here. Yeah, no, it's fun. It's like a second home almost.
Yeah.
Except my second home is like 30 hours away from here.
Right, 6.5, 9.5. And this one is
8.5.
8.5? Yeah, 3 pairs together. So,
Probably want 550 for that.
1,550.
Sorry?
You said
For that.
550 is very high.
Oh, what are you paying?
Give me the number on this.
That's a 6.5.
6.5 and the other pair?
It was.
Two of these.
Yeah.
And 9.5 you say? Yep.
I'd want 700 for that. 6.5.
That's too deep. It's about 300 US. I can do 1450 off here.
3.
That's very high. It's very high.
For those watching, 1450 is roughly about 1,300.
1K.
Huh?
Just under.
Yeah, it's about a grand. So that means you're paying about 333 a pair. Landmarks are going for like 300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're paying for higher than market.
That's my disclaimer to Steve, though. I'm trying to get
But we
someone
know,
for
we-
the high.
Yeah. So you're just trying to pull teeth, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's
Did
right.
you got your clasp on his molars right now?
I would rather spend.
As long as he doesn't take your canines, bro. Just don't give up a canine in the deal.
I know you're talking about all 3, but the 6.5, that's not mine. I was trying to get 7 for that. Can't go much lower.
Our consign is like 500.
Really? 6.5?
You can see the sale.
Yeah,
You
look.
can see the sale.
Antillas aren't going for much.
These are like a lot of people like this color. I mean, even though the price it's not that much now, but I reckon the price will go up on these.
Yeah, that's something that you would have to.
The color looks a lot more nicer and goes along with a lot of clothing, but that color is
Yeah. Probably what?
What I'm saying is like, I can get this from States.
This is not mine. That's the problem.
I understand, but it's a bundle deal. You know?
Yeah.
You have them on the table, so.
Okay. So, what did you say for 3?
1450, 950, it's 1K USD. And I think most of these are their prices, so whatever that you're okay with. Try to do a deal for me.
What? Can you do 15 for the 3?
That's.
I could do 750 for the 2 pairs of the dunks. That's not good. Yeah.
I would say if he's at, you said 1450.
Yeah, I was at 1450. I was at 700 for the dunks.
No,
But he wants $50 more for that deal, another $50 more for that deal. It won't work out in the end.
You would have to hold this for like 2 weeks.
Longer than that.
No, I think 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
It takes longer than that. I'll do 1,200. I'll do 1,500 for you. Oh, I have the pass.
Intense negotiations.
Alright, done.
2,400. So he started trying to just buy 2 pairs. It turned into 6 pairs, and you got. I think you got a wisdom tooth and a canine out of the deal, bro. Let me see your teeth. Let me see teeth. You still got any teeth in there? All right. Oh, he's still got a few. Make sure to give them a follow, and if you're ever in the city, make sure to check them out. When I get back, I'm headed to Cleveland, New York, Dallas, all over the place. We're getting ready to do our 5-year anniversary is coming up soon, so details are coming to that. And somewhere in between here, I know I owe you guys a raffle winner. As soon as I get more than 48 hours in my house, in my city, I'll get to that video, man. But I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you on the next one.